Hello everyone. Let us understand how to solve aptitude test with a faster speed. Aptitude test, the most important is quantitative techniques or quantitative ability. Basic mathematics everyone learns till the 10th standard. We all know how to do multiplication, division, additions and subtractions. But how to use them with the faster speed is a concern. Almost all quantitative ability tests ask us to solve around 50 questions in 60 minutes. So hardly 1 minute is there per question and one need to solve the answers with the correct manner because maximum of them carry negative marking and therefore understanding how to go about it is a smart work which is needed. Let us understand some of the techniques in this video. Whenever we are doing some simple additions and subtractions, here I am giving you some brushing towards the understanding of mathematical operations. So whenever the questions are based on addition and subtraction, how to go about it. Let us consider these examples given over here. Question mark minus 5261 is equal to 3512. That is, we have to take 5261 from left hand side to the right hand side. While going from left hand side to the right hand side, the sign changes and therefore the negative sign carried by 5261 will become positive on right hand side. And we just have to add 3512 with 5261 which gives us 8773. The appropriate option we have to select. Generally, the options are given in varied manners and we have to select the correct one and therefore we need to know how to go about it. The other one is 5261 minus question mark is equal to 3512. Now, here it is the negative sign before the question mark and therefore while taking the question mark to the right hand side and the number on the right hand side 3512 to the left hand side 3512 is having positive sign which will become negative while coming to the left hand side and the question mark will get positive sign as it has carried negative sign in the question. So from left hand side to right hand side and right hand side to left hand side, after considering these things, we get the value of question mark is equal to 5261 minus 3512, that is 1749. These are the two questions with negative signs. Now let us consider the addition sums. 1746 plus question mark is equal to 9125. So basically we are willing to find out the question mark and for this we have to take 1746 from left hand side to the right hand side which will become negative on the right hand side and therefore we have to just subtract 1746 from 9125 which will give us 7379. One more sum, that is question mark plus 1236 is equal to 3126. The scenario remains the same, only the place of question mark changed and therefore again while taking it 1236 to the right hand side it will have negative sign and therefore 3126 minus 1236 that is equal to 1890. So this is how the additions and subtractions are done. Now, when there are decimal points, we have to be more careful while doing the calculations. Generally, avoid carrying the figures as they are and first do the thing that all the numbers after the decimal points should be same in all the numbers. That is, here as it is given as 64.3 minus 12.58 minus 3.7. So first thing we have to consider is 64.30 minus 12.58 minus 3.70. This will help us in reducing the errors in final calculations. Now there are two ways. As there are three numbers addition and subtraction given, we can first do the addition of 12.58 and 3.70 and then subtract it from 64.30, or we can go one by one doing the subtraction. So here I have shown you how to do the subtraction first. So 64.30 minus 12.58 will give us 51.72 minus 3.70, and 72 minus 70, that is 0.02, and 51 minus 3, that is 48. So 48.02 will be our answer. Second sum, 0.29 plus question mark is equal to 26. Be careful here, the value on the left hand side is after the decimal point. Generally this 0 is also missing and only 0.29 is given, and therefore students make mistakes. So let us consider first 26 as 26.00 and then carry this 0.29 to the right hand side with negative sign. So we have to subtract 0.29 from 26, which gives us 25.71. Here we are considering it step by step just for the understanding. Once we get into the practice, we can solve the sums very fast. Next sum, 72 is equal to 54.12 plus 9.36 minus something. So again, two values are given on the right hand side, plus something is there which is giving us the addition as 72. So these two values will come to the left hand side and get subtracted from 72. So 72.00 minus 54.12 minus 9.36 is equal to question mark. That is, first subtracting 54.12 from 72, we get 17.88 minus 9.36, that is 8.52. Next, 82.28 minus question mark is equal to 62.3. 82.28 minus 62.30 is equal to question mark. That is nothing but 19.98. So this is just the brushing of all our concepts till the time on the additions and subtractions. All of you have studied the rules of how to work with the mathematical operators, that is BODMAS. B for brackets. Wherever in the expression brackets are given, we are supposed to solve brackets first. Then in some expressions you may see the off values. So after the brackets we are supposed to solve off, then division, then multiplication, addition, and then subtraction. If you follow this BODMAS, there are no chances that you will go wrong in your final calculation. Now let us understand the divisibility test. A number is divisible by 2 if the digit in the units place are 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8, or all even numbers are divisible by 2. So the numbers like 1262, 74, 382 or like these will be divisible by 2. Then divisibility test of 4 and 8. If the last two digits of the number are divisible by 4, then that number is divisible by 4. And if the last three digits are divisible by 8, then only that number is divisible by 8. For example, 1164 has last two digits equal to 64, divisible by 4. So 1164 is divisible by 4. But the last three digits, that is 164, is not divisible by 8. So 1164 is not divisible by 8. Even though 64 is divisible by 8, 164 is not divisible by 8, and therefore 1164 is not divisible by 8. Keep this thing in mind. Number 1264 is divisible by 4 as 64 is divisible by 4. Then checking for 8, 264 is also divisible by 8. So 1264 is divisible by 8 also. A number is divisible by 3 or 9 if the sum of the digits is divisible by 3 or 9 respectively. That is, whenever any number is given, we have to just add the digits given in that number, and if the addition is divisible by 3, the number is divisible by 3. If the addition is divisible by 9, the number is divisible by 9. Let us check for 1164. 1164, 1 plus 1 plus 6 plus 4, that is equal to 12, and 12 is divisible by 3. So the number 1164 is divisible by 3. But 12 is not divisible by 9, and therefore 1164 is not divisible by 9. Number 1764 has the sum of digits 1 plus 7 plus 6 plus 4, that is 18. 18 is divisible by 3, as well as it is divisible by 9 also, and therefore the number 1764 is divisible by 3 and 9 both. Divisibility test for 6. 6 being divisible by 2 and 3 both. If any number is divisible by 2 and 3 both, then that number is divisible by 6. Let us check for 1164. 1164 has 4 in units place, so divisible by 2. And the sum of the digits 1 plus 1 plus 6 4 plus 4, that is 12, is divisible by 3. And therefore 1164 is divisible by both 2 and 3, and therefore it is divisible by 6. Further, we could say that all the even numbers which are divisible by 3 are divisible by 6 also. A number is divisible by 5 if the digits in the units place is either 0 or 5. Example 2345, 6040, 745 all are divisible by 5, as the number in their units place is either 5 or 0. A number is divisible by 10 if the digits in the unit place is 0. So all those numbers which are having 0 in their unit place, like 9870, 10020, are divisible by 10. A number is divisible by 11 if the sum of digits in odd place minus the sum of digits in even place is either 0 or divisible by 11. Consider the number 8536. 8 plus 3 is 11, 5 plus 6 is 11, and 5 plus 6 minus 8 plus 3, that is equal to 11 minus 11 is equal to 0, and therefore the number 8536 is divisible by 11. Now let us consider 1164. 1 plus 6 is 7, 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 minus 7 is equal to minus 2, which is not equal to 0. Neither this number is divisible by 11, and therefore 1164 is not divisible by 11. Maximum of the times there are questions on squares and square roots, and therefore it is interesting to know the qualities of squares and square roots. Observe the given squares and their square roots. I have given you squares of 1 to 20 numbers. If you observe them carefully, I have marked them with some different colors or their unit places with some different colors. Let us understand. Numbers with digit 1 or 9 in the unit place will have a square with digit 1 in units place. You can see here, square of 1 is 1, square of 9 is 81. So 1 is there in units place. Square of 11 is 121 and square of 19 is 361. Again, 1 is there in the units place. The number with digit 2 or 8 in units place will have a square with digit 4 in units place. So 2 has a square 4, 8 has a square 64, 12 144, and 18,324, giving us 4 in the units place of the square. Number with 3 and 7 in units place will have a square with digit 9 in units place. So the same thing we can see here. Square of 3 is 9, square of 7 is 49, square of 13 is 169, and square of 17 is 289. All the four have 9 in the squares or in the units place of their squares. Numbers with 4 and 6 in units place will have a square with digit 6 in units place. 4 square of 4 is 16, square of 6 is 36, square of 14 is 196, and square of 16 is 256. All of them have 6 in the units place. The number with digit 5 in units place will have square with digit 5 in units place. So square of 5 is 25, square of 15 is 225, square of 25 is 625. All of us are known. Numbers with digit 0 in units place will have a square with last two digits as 0. That is square of 10 is 100, square of 20 is 400. If we observe it very keenly, no number with digits 2, 3, 7, 8 in units place can be a perfect square. There are no other combinations available. You may have these numbers as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 0 in the last place or in the units place, which can be found as the square root, and therefore their squares are seen here. And this is very interesting to know that 2, 3, 7, 8 might not be there in the units place of any of the square. While considering the squares and square roots of decimal places, 0.1 into 0.1, as we all are aware that as we are multiplying with one digit after the decimal point, with one digit after the decimal point, the answer will be two digits after the decimal point, and therefore 1 into 1 is 1, but the answer becomes 0.01. Square root of 0.01 is 0.1. 0.01 into 0.01 will have 0.0001 as the answer. That is, square of 0.01 is 0.0001 and square root of 0.0001 is equal to 0.01. When we add one more zero after the decimal point before 1, it becomes 0.001 into 0.001 is equal to 0.5 times 0 and 1. Square root of 0.5 times 0 and 1 will give us the answer as 0.001. If we change the digit 1 to 2, it becomes 0.2 into 0.2 is 0.04 and the square root of 0.04 as 0.2. 0.03 into 0.03 is 0.3 times 09. Square root of 0.3 times 09 is equal to 0.03. Changing it to 4 now, 0.004 into 0.004. Now be careful, 4 into 4 is 16 and here we are talking about 3 digits after the decimal point in both 0.004 into 0.004. So there will be the answer 6 digits after the decimal point. As the square of 4 is 16, there will be 4 zeros and 16 after the decimal point. So 0.000016 will be the square of 0.004 and square root of 0.000016 is equal to 0.004. Considering the algebraic equations, a plus b square is equal to a square plus b square plus twice ab. For large numbers like 102 square or 108 square, it is easier to break the number 102 or 108 as 100 plus 2 or 100 plus 8 and then find out the square, and therefore these formulas can be easily used or utilized while solving the answers fast. A minus b bracket square is equal to a square plus b square minus twice ab. A square minus b square is nothing but a plus b into a minus b. Also, let us remember that a root of a quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is defined as x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac upon twice a. Here today we have revised some of the understandings of mathematics. Let us solve some questions also. So, the greatest among root 13 minus root 11, root 7 minus root 5 and root 5 minus root 3 is. Three sums are given to us and we want to find out the greatest one. Here, as we are trying to understand, I am giving you values of root 13, root 11, root 7, root 5 and root 3. Once we start practicing, gradually we will understand that no need to go for actual values of root 13, root 11, root 7, root 5. But we can easily get if the differences between the digits inside the square root remains same, what happens with the numbers. So here I have given you the values of root 13, root 11, root 7, root 5, root 3. Root 13 minus root 11 is nothing but 0.288926. Root 7 minus root 5 is equal to 0.409683 and root 5 minus root 3 is equal to 0.504017. If you remember the squares, square of 1 is 1, square of 2 is 4. The difference between 1 and 2 is only 1, but the difference between their squares is 3. Square of 3 is 9. The difference between 2 and 3 is only 1, but their squares have the difference of 5. So as we go on squaring the larger terms, the difference between the two consecutive terms goes on increasing between the squares. Obviously, if the difference between the two values remains the same for all the three figures, the smallest pair will have the largest difference between their square roots. So, the answer here is root 5 minus root 3 is the greatest value. Now, root 10 into root 15 is equal to. Here, it is root 10 into root 15. That is nothing but we can take out the square root sign and take both the digit numbers inside the square root. That is 10 into 15, that is 150. 150 we can rewrite as 25 into 6. As we know, 25 is the square of 5. Taking out of the square root 5 root 6. So the answer is A. A 4-digit number divisible by 7 becomes divisible by 3 when 10 is added to it. The largest such number is. Let us understand. All the numbers given are divisible by 7. We are going to add 10 to it and we want to make it divisible by 3. So first of all, let us try to understand what these digits are and how whether they are divisible by 3 or not. If we add 10 to any number, basically the divisibility test of 3 tells us that add all the digits in that number, and if the total is divisible by 3, then the number will be divisible by 3. Now here, when we are adding 10 to this number, basically we are adding 1 plus 0 to that number. That is, we are adding 1 to that number. So let us check. The sum of the digits of 9987 is 33, which is divisible by 3. So this number itself is divisible by 3. Then 9989 is equal to 35. 35 is not divisible by 3 and therefore the number 9989 is not divisible by 3. Then 9996, again the total is 33 and this number is divisible by 3. Then 9947, the total is 29 and this number is not divisible by 3. When we are saying that we are adding 10 to this number, 9987 will become 9997 and the total will become 34 and therefore this number will not remain divisible by 3. Also 9996 will become 10006 and this number will not be divisible by 3 as we are adding 1 to it. So this number is also not remain divisible by 3. Now only two numbers are left and we are searching for the largest such number. Two numbers with us are 9989 and 9947, out of which 9989 is the larger number and therefore the answer is 9989. In a bag, there are coins of 25 paise and 10 paise in the ratio 6 to 17. If bag contains rupees 16, then the number of 10 paise coins is. Here, four different figures are given to us: 30, 40, 70 and 85. The concern over here is the coins are given in the ratio 6 to 17 and we are supposed to find out the number of 10 paise coins. In these four numbers given to us, 30, 40, 70 and 85, only 85 is divisible by 17. That is, 85 should be our answer for 10 paise coins. For our cross check, as here we are just trying to understand, let us see if 85 is considered as our answer, can we get the figure of rupees 16? So if we take 85 number of 10 paise coins, it will amount to 85 into 10, that is 850 paise. That is 8 rupees and 50 paise. Now 17 into 5 is 85 and therefore 6 into 5, that is 30 number of coins will be there of 25 paise. And 30 coins of 25 paise will amount into 30 into 25, that is 750 paise, that is 7 rupees and 50 paise. 8 rupees and 50 paise plus 7 rupees and 50 paise togetherly gives us rupees 16 and therefore our answer is right. But this cross check is not needed when you are solving any aptitude test questions, because you are not supposed to do all the calculations thoroughly in this, but your smart work is expected and the smart work tells you that only number in multiples of 17 is 85 and therefore 85 should be your answer. The difference between the place value of 7 in 975378 is, when we consider the place values, here the place value of 7s are 70,000 and 70. The difference between the two will be very close to 70,000 but less than 70,000. So the first option is out and the third option is also out. The rest two figures are in the 69,000, which can be the case, but as you are just subtracting 70, the last two digits of the number should be 30 and therefore your answer is B, that is 69930. A number when divided by 123 leaves remainder as 83. If the same number is divided by 41, the remainder will be. Now 123 is 41 into 3. That is, it is a multiple of 41. It means that the quotient will be multiplied by 3 when we consider dividing by 41. If we try to divide the remainder by 41, we get 41 twos are 82 and therefore If you divide 83 by 41, you get remainder as 1, and therefore your answer will be B, that is 1. While starting with this video, we have seen sums or additions and subtraction. Here is the one. 7693 plus 4018 plus 3597. 3 plus 8 plus 7, that is the addition of units place, amounts to 18. That is 8 should be your units place number. 1 will be carried over. Then 9 plus 1 plus 9 plus 1, that is carry over, will give you 20. That is, in the tens place you should have 0, and in the given options B is only having 0 in tens place and 8 in units place, and therefore B should be your answer. No need to do the calculation or addition of all the three numbers, but with the understanding of ones place and or units place and tens place, you can get the answer. 8735 minus 4129 minus 343 is how much? Subtracting 4129 from 8735. 35 minus 29 is 06 and 87 minus 41 is 46. So 4606 will be the subtraction. Minus 343, you get 4263 as the answer. 58.7 minus 7.05 minus 12.008. Be careful in doing this calculation as the decimal points are given, and therefore you have to consider 58.700 minus 7.050 minus 12.008. Now, in this case, considering the addition of the subtraction first, that is 7.050 plus 12.008. 12 plus 7 is 19, and 050 plus 0.08 will be 058. So the addition will be 19.058. Subtracting this addition from 58.700, we get 39.642. 8164 plus 3798 is equal to 5162 plus how much? 8164 plus 3798 is nothing but, now 64 plus 98, if you are adding a figure close to 100 less than 2, then it will amount to 64 plus 100 minus 2, that is 62. So you are getting 62 here. 81 plus 37 plus that 1 carried forward will become 11962 minus 5162 gives us 6800. So thank you for watching the video.